if you have desire to take this life to the next level, then you will find the real solutions. If you just want tidbits, you just want to put band-aid on your cancer, well, that is fine. You can do so many things in this life. Unless you know the root cause of the problems, you will just bloody do the superficial things that most of the people have been doing in their life. And you also would have tried so many times that forcefully people want to quit alcohol, forcefully people want to quit smoking, forcefully people want to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Forcefully things don't work. That is why a lot of people fail. So New Year is coming and so many people are going to take the New Year resolutions. Somebody wants to quit alcohol, somebody wants to quit smoking, somebody wants to get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Somebody wants to save that much amount of money every month. So many things, and people have plans, people have goals, people have resolutions to fulfill as the New Year is coming. And you would have observed that a lot of people who set their New Year resolutions, I want you to know that almost 95 to 97% of the New Year resolutions in the world will be failed maybe in next 15 to 17 days from the day they start their New Year resolution. So the objective of this video is to have a very good understanding that how to actually set the New Year resolutions very efficiently and which should actually really work. So it is very important for you to understand that before you set New Year resolutions, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Why, what, and how? Why New Year resolutions? What New Year resolutions? And how to achieve the New Year resolutions? So the question number 1 which comes, that why? Why am I saying that you should ask yourself that why you should put the New Year resolutions? Because you can practically observe in your life also and in many other people's life. Today, New Year resolution has become a kind of fashion. It has become a kind of trend that I'll have to take a New Year resolution because the New Year is coming, something great will happen in life. I'll put it on Facebook, I'll put it on Instagram, I'll tell the world that I'm taking this New Year resolution and that New Year resolution. But I want you to understand that if your why is not strong, if your purpose of taking New Year resolution is not strong, then even if you take the New Year resolution, it is going to be failed for sure 100%. Why am I saying it? Because if you are consuming alcohol and you're fine with alcohol, if you're smoking cigarette and you're fine with cigarette, if you're waking up at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the morning and you're fine with that kind of life, then I'm asking you, why the hell do you want to quit the alcohol? Or why the hell you would want to quit the smoking? Or why the hell would you want to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning? So it is very important for you to understand that you should have a very strong sense of purpose. You should have a very strong sense of why you want to set the New Year resolution. If you know the pain of drinking alcohol because the kind of damages that it may produce to you, the kind of damages it has produced to your relationship, to your financial situations, and the kind of damages that alcohol can do to you in your future health situations, if you have that pain of knowing, then you have a strong sense of desire to achieve your New Year resolutions. So once your why is clear, then comes what New Year resolution. It is very important for you to understand that whatever the kind of New Year resolution that you are taking in your life, either it is related to your health, or it is related to your finance, or it is related to any kind of discipline that you want to put in your life, you must be very much practical with yourself. You must be very much logical with yourself. So the only point here is that you know your strength, you know your weakness, you know your situations, you know how you have been evolved in your life. I'm not here to judge you that what is possible for you and what is not possible for you. In my opinion, almost everything is possible, but still it is like this, that you have a Maruti car and you have to run like a Ferrari. then the only option is that you will have to develop this Maruti car to the level of Ferrari, then only it can run like a Ferrari. So why am I saying this? That you should be very much practical and logical with your New Year resolutions, because only you know your situation and you know your possibilities. So in this thing, I would not make much of the comments that what New Year resolutions you can set. You can set whichever the things you want. The only thing is that your why, your purpose should be strong enough so that you sustain your resolutions. So once your why is clear, your what is clear, then comes the very, very important part of New Year resolutions, and that is how to achieve your New Year resolutions. Because I want you to understand that to achieve the smallest thing of the life or the biggest thing of the life, to achieve anything in your life, there is a certain process that you must follow to achieve that kind of goal or that kind of resolution. And I want you to understand that 90 to 98% of the people, why they fail in their resolutions, because they forcefully set their resolutions, but they fail because they don't know how to achieve their resolutions. So to understand how to achieve your resolutions, it is very important for you to understand that to find the solution of any problem in your life, first of all, it is very much important for you to understand that you must bloody find the root cause of the problem itself. Unless you know the root cause of the problems, you will just bloody do the superficial things that most of the people have been doing in their life. And you also would have tried so many times that forcefully people want to quit alcohol, forcefully people want to quit smoking, forcefully people want to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Forcefully things don't work. That is why a lot of people fail. I'll just give you a very practical example that how to understand the root cause of the problem so that you can find the right way of how to achieve your resolutions, rather than just putting your resolutions and forcefully trying to control yourself that I'll not do this and I'll not do that. Maybe 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 10 days you will do like that. Next day you will become the same the way you were. Let's take a practical example of alcohol itself, or maybe smoking itself, or maybe your addiction to the junk food itself. I want you to understand that a human being actually has two kinds of nature. It has an animal nature and it has a human nature. If you practically observe any animal on this planet, they are compulsive in nature. They are reactive in nature. I'll just give you a very practical example of my life when I used to live in a village and I used to have a buffalo. Every morning when it used to be exactly 4 a.m. she used to roar because she is hungry. Whereas she knows that she'll get the food maybe in next 15 minutes, 20 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour. But unless she gets the food, she will keep roaring. So why it happens like this, that a buffalo is roaring? Because she does not know how to be. She does not know how to be conscious of what to do and what not to do. She is designed in such a way that any animal is designed in such a way that they are naturally reactive in nature. They are naturally compulsive in nature. Whereas if you really become a full-fledged human being, then you have the freedom of how to be. When I say how to be, either it is tiger or it is dog or it is buffalo. We never say that it is a buffalo being or it is a tiger being or it is a cat being or it is a dog being. But we say that it is a human being. Why am I saying this? Because only humans have this freedom and this opportunity to choose how to be irrespective of what is the situation. Let's take practical example of me in comparison of the buffalo. Let's say I'm hungry right now and I'm feeling to eat food, but I know I'll get the food maybe only after 2 hours or 3 hours. So in that 3 hours period from now, I'm being hungry to the point where I'll get the food. In these 3 hours, only I have the choice that how should I be. Should I become compulsive, or I should become peaceful, or I should become joyful, or I should become calm, or I should be compulsively reacting that I need food. Why am I saying this? That a lot of people you will see in this world, that they are still not a full-fledged human being. They are still living in their animal nature. People have become so compulsive. They are ruled by their urges. They are ruled by their sexual desires. They are ruled by their physical compulsions. They are ruled by their psychological compulsions. They are ruled by their social and all these kind of compulsions, and they don't know bloody how to be. But once you become a human being, you should know that whether I have 10 rupees in my pocket or I have $10 million, in both the situations I know how to be. But most of the peoples become compulsive. When they have 10 rupees in their pocket, they become compulsive, they become unfulfilled, they become hateful, they become anxious, and they want to achieve that kind of money, this kind of money. And once they have 10 million in their dollars, again they become compulsive about the 10 million dollars. So the reason that why the hell I have been explaining you all this, because I want you to understand that the only solution for any animal nature or for any compulsive desire is consciousness. The solution for compulsiveness is consciousness, and there is no fucking solution on this planet, I can tell you right now, because you can try all the methods that you want to try and you will still see that you are not finding the solutions. Because forcefully it is very hard to quit alcohol. Forcefully it is very hard to quit smoking. Forcefully it is very hard to quit any kind of addiction. Why am I saying this? Because you are living in your animal nature. You are living in your compulsive nature, and the only solution, I'm repeatedly saying again and again, that the only solution for compulsiveness is to rise the consciousness. As you rise the consciousness, the compulsions will go down. I'll just give you my practical examples. For almost 4 years, I was constantly trying hard, forcefully trying hard to quit alcohol, to quit all kinds of food addictions and all whatever the bullshit things I had in my life. But for continuous 4 years, I was consecutively failing. But when I got initiated into a very powerful yogic practice, and when I started doing it, and within just 3 to 6 months time, when I started practicing that meditation and my consciousness level was rising, I was bloody surprised. It was kind of miracle that all the compulsions gradually started falling off. Either it was the compulsion of the food, or it was the compulsion of the sleep, or it was the compulsion of the sex, or it was the compulsion of the money, or it was the compulsion of the greed, or it was compulsion of the society, name, fame, status, and all these things. I want you to know that 99% of the human beings today on the planet are just being driven out of their urges and compulsions. They actually don't know how to be irrespective of whatever the fucking situation outside is. So why I am deliberating too much on this point is, the only thing I'm trying to say is that whenever you put your New Year resolutions, it is very important for you to understand that there is a certain process to achieve something. And to understand the root cause of the problem, it is very important, because unless you know the root cause of the problem, you would not be able to find the real solution of the problem. It's like this, that you have got a disease like cancer, and every day you are trying to put bandage on your cancer, bandage on your cancer. That is not the solution of the cancer. So compulsion is a kind of cancer, and to cure the compulsion, the only cure is to raise your consciousness level. And when it comes to raising the consciousness level, it will not just happen like that I'm speaking on this bloody YouTube video and I'm telling you that you raise your consciousness level and it will get raised. I want you to understand that even to learn the 26 alphabets in your life from A to Z, it takes bloody time, it takes some kind of patience, it takes some kind of work, then you learn 26 alphabets. But to learn this complete piece of life, to learn how the human being functions, how this mechanism functions, it needs a certain kind of, urge within yourself. If you have desire to take this life to the next level, then you will find the real solutions. If you just want tidbits, you just want to put band-aid on your cancer, well, that is fine. You can do so many things in this life. There are things available. But when you have enough urge in your life that you want to take your life to the next level, then you will gradually find the solutions. And to raise your consciousness level, there is a complete science, there is a complete process, there are so many practices that you may have to do in your life. The way I have been initiated into a very powerful yogic practice, which is just of 20 to 25 minutes that I do every day in morning. So when I started doing that, gradually I observed that my consciousness level started rising and my compulsions started falling off. So that is all I just wanted you to have understanding in this video, is that whenever you are setting your new year resolutions, it is very important for you to understand that you should become very smart and efficient when you're setting your new year resolutions. You should not just become forcefully that tomorrow I'll drop the alcohol, drop the alcohol, drop the alcohol. You can just do it for maybe 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, or maximum 10 days. 11th day you will be on the liquor shop, I know. So the conclusion of this video is just this, that to set the new year resolutions, it is very important for you to ask yourself 3 questions. Why new year resolutions, what new year resolutions, and how to achieve the new year resolutions. And for that, it is very important for you to understand that unless you know the root cause of the problem, you would not be able to find the real solution.